We're near to solving this mystery, I know it.
Halt, outsider! You bear our crest, but your blood runs dry as ash. You are no Heleron. If you come as a friend, prove your intent, pay homage, or join us in death. We were nomads once. It was Saint Veloth's doing. He taught our hearts to wander. In those days, the first Ashkans called me brother. We gave our hearts to the ash, to the mountains. We linked arms with the other tribes and hunted the great Scar. With my spear, I struck the final blow. All of Veloth's children embraced in triumph. Then, everything changed. After Scar fell, my people cried out for the quiet life. With crops and strong houses, we silenced our Velothi hearts and settled beside the Fire River. Scar provided with chitin and meat. We thrived. There was peace for a time, then bloodshed. The first Ashkans grew old and died. New Ashkans took their place, with souls dark as pitch. They painted their faces and slaughtered us, with our home and history lost. The last of the Hlerons left the wastes in silence. You've paid your respects and listened, even as my family tries to kill you. Your heart is pure. Come, find me in my tomb. I will speak with you there. I sometimes forget the courage and vigor of the flesh. The years harden us, make us cold and suspicious. On behalf of my family, I beg your forgiveness. What brings you to our forsaken tomb? Yours is the only living heart that knows our sad tale. Truly? The Hleron name survives? Then there is hope for our house after all. You must take my spear and deliver it to this Drellith. As long as a member of my house carries that spear, the strength of the Hleron lives on. Yes, tell him that Aldrin was, is, and forever shall be our home. So long as my house lives in exile, the spirits that haunt this tomb shall never know peace. Drellith must claim his share of this land. The children of Ash may have forgotten our name, but they will not have forgotten that spear, the weapon that slew the great Emperor Crab. Their wise women and far seers will know its power. If he brandishes the spear, they will listen.
You're back. Just in time, too. The Ashlanders' mood has soured since you set out. I'm not sure how much longer I can linger here. Tell me, did you find anything in the tomb? Is this... By the three, this is Calderos. The Hlaalu spear of myth. I've seen illustrations, but I never thought I'd hold it in my hands. Remarkable. Did my ancestors say why he wanted me to have it? So my ancestors fought alongside the Ashlanders to bring down the great Emperor Crab. Unbelievable. But what happened to them? Why did they vanish? Yes, in the shadow of Scar, we found our home. There are few things more sacred than a dead hero's wish. I will see our home rebuilt, our tomb restored. I will honor my ancestors. House Hlaalu owes you a great debt, my friend. Thank you. Wise mothers, I apologize for my haste earlier. I was simply desperate to reunite with my ancestors.
That spear, I sense... Where did you come by it?
Our mutual friend found it in my family's tomb. It belonged to my ancestor, Dranoth Hlaalu.
Dranoth? Wise one. Isn't that...
Yes. The unsung. Wiped from our history when he led his kin away from the Velothi path.
You know him then? Dranoth battled Scar alongside your people, didn't he? He used this spear to fell the beast.
Yes. Dranoth's kin, your kin, were once clan friends. When Dranoth left the path, our Ashkans slaughtered him and his people. A sin that still haunts us. We rarely speak of it.
Perhaps we can make amends. I have no quarrel with the tribes, but my ancestors have claim here. Aldrin is our home.
Absolutely not. The houses claim our land, our livelihoods. They will not take Scar from us as well.
Farseer, I have no desire to displace anyone. I will welcome the Velothi people to my table. Your pilgrimages, your cairns, your celebrations, all will remain as it is. You have my word.
The sins of your great houses do not wash away the unsung's claim. The Velothi people honor the past, even when it is inconvenient. Settle here if you wish, son of Dranoth. I only pray that Scar is big enough for both of us.
Thank you, Wise One. You honor me and my ancestors. I vow to show your people equal respect.
Keep your weapons sheathed, citizen. The situation is well in hand, I assure you. Bandits, I wish all my work were this simple. I'm investigating some irregularities in Suran's justice system. The town's lead constable, Marshal Hlaalu, may be arresting people without cause. I pray that I'm wrong, but I could use an ally. So you'll help? Excellent. I need evidence, testimony. Many of the Marshal's prisoners are toiling on plantations outside Suran. Talk to them. Gather some proof of Hlaalu's corruption. Then meet me at Ulis Manor. The plantations are crawling with iron-howled mercenaries. I'll draw them away as best I can, but do hurry. They won't leave their posts for long. Ah, you must be a recent arrival. I am called the Scarlet Judge, vanquisher of evil and guardian of the oppressed. I am this island's protector, bound by oath to avenge injustice and safeguard the helpless. No, My oath is of a personal nature. I revere the three, but my relationship with the rulers of Vvardenfell is complex. Ordinators are bound by restrictive temple law. It makes them slow to action, clumsy. I have no such restrictions. I've been called savior and menace, hero and villain. If you'd call me a vigilante, then so be it. My only concern is the lives and welfare of those I protect. Wherever Vvardenfell's laws cannot or will not act against injustice, there you will find me. Cold-hearted mercenaries. Swords for hire without virtue or scruple. They serve the plantation owners and I suspect Marshal Hlaalu. The Iron Hounds will hurt anyone for the right price. The plantation owners pay them very well. Other than the fact that she's in charge of the constabulary, this is a Redoran city. House Redoran demands certainty in all things. Hlaaru's deputies won't sanction an arrest unless there is overwhelming evidence. We have no proof, only suspicion. Yes, precisely. House Redoran does not suffer this kind of misconduct lightly. Once we prove Hlaaru's crimes, the House will turn against her.
Stay your last, slaver. I work. Whipping me will not motivate me further. Can I? Yes. Will I? No. Not until Overseer Torvain is dead. He's already spotted you, I know it. If he finds out I've spoken to you, I'm as good as dead. Kill Torvain. Then we can talk.
You think... Stand, slave! Another lazy slave, I'll kill you too! I'll beat you to a pulp! Join my other rebellion!
I saw you strike down Overseer Torvain. Well fought, friend. If ever an elf had it coming, it was Torvain. I was taking a deposit to the bank. A week's worth of coin, fairly earned. Marshal Hlaalu accosted me and seized it. Accused me of stealing from some farmer outside town. The farmer's dead, of course, but who needs witnesses when an orc's to blame? Maybe. These damned dark elves think I'm nothing but an animal. Some don't even think I can speak. Makes them careless around me. Mistress Dren's been shouting about the quality of her laborers. You might find something of value in her manner.
Well, I'll be a skeever's drunk auntie. Did you really cut down Overseer Torvain? Certainly won't miss that horse's arse. Falsely? Guess that's a matter of perspective. I punched a dark elf. But I promise you, that wormy little snowback had it coming. I'd punch him again if I got the opportunity. Well, maybe that someone was Master Arano. And maybe the punch broke his jaw in 3 places. But that's what he gets for asking me to service his gods. Lauren told me I can shorten my sentence by working here. You telling me different? Sure as blood. I knew that elf was skeeving me out. Oh, when I get my hands on her.
Did you just... is Overseer Torvain really dead? Prisoner? Slave, more like... I swear I don't belong here. That Marshal, Hilaren, she says I murdered a beggar the day I arrived in Suran. I can't even bring myself to kill a fly, let alone a person. There's got to be some mistake. Please, you've got to hurry.
Life's dangerous here on the road. The Muthnam monks use an ancient Daedric artifact to heal. How dare very aristocratic.
Ah, true to your word. I knew I could trust you. I led the Iron Hounds on a merry chase, but I doubt they'll stay scattered for long. What of your search? Did you find any evidence of Hlaran's corruption? I see my faith in you was not misplaced. We will discuss your evidence and more, but not in this hall. You trusted me and helped me gather the evidence I needed. Now, I shall trust you with a secret I have carried for years. Come, follow me. My mentor used her wealth to better others, not herself. Having inherited her manor, I now do the same. This evidence proves Hlaran's guilt, but there's no telling how deep the corruption goes. There's only one person I trust with this information, Constable Gretgar. I fear I must ask more of you. My observations of Hlaran suggest paranoia bordering on obsession. If she suspects that anyone is moving against her, she'll no doubt summon her Iron Hounds. If a melee breaks out in Suran, innocents will suffer. That's something I can't abide. If Constable Gretgar's going to arrest the Marshal without a fight, we'll have to distract her mercenaries. I'll deal with the constables. You raid the Iron Hound camp in the Daedric ruins outside Suran. Burn their weapons and destroy their supplies.
Attack!
That's the last mistake you'll ever make.
saboteur! Useless! No one leaves until we clean up this mess!
Not you too. This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Talenra, but my wife insists we try a real mage.
You there! You've been selected for a random search! Follow me quietly, away from the gates. We have a judge in common. This'll do. Just keep your voice. Sorry about this cloak and dagger nonsense. I can't be seen talking to anyone even remotely suspicious right now. Marshal Hlaalu's watching me like a hawk. She's on the lookout for anyone who might be colluding with the Scarlet Judge. I'm a friend of House Hlaalu, but that'll only get you so far in this town, especially with Hlaalu's iron hounds prowling around. But look, there was an ambush. Somehow Marshal Hlaalu found out the Scarlet Judge was coming. Must have been one of the plantation owners. Damn their eyes! I wasn't fast enough. They've jailed him. And if I know Hlaalu, they plan to do much worse. Hlaalu needs him to recant his accusations, publicly. Probably got one of her hounds working him over right now, trying to squeeze out a confession. The judge will hold out as long as he can, but everyone breaks eventually. We've got to get him out. I'd let you into the prison myself, but Hlaalu doesn't trust me with the keys. I've got the respect of her constables and the house, but my hands aren't dirty enough for her. You're going to have to find the key.
Quality merchandise.
Hey, who let you in here? I'm quite busy at the moment. Come back another time. I create a great many keys for a great many doors in Suran and beyond. I'm a well-respected craftsman. But wait, why do you care if I create keys for prisons? You'll find no prison keys here, you ruffian. Now, there's no need for violence. You're one of those iron hounds, aren't you? A pox on the lot of you. I have keys I made for the new recruits just this morning. Just take one and get out. If anyone comes to harm in that prison, I'll... just go!
What do you want? My friend, I see Constable Gretka found you. Please, forgive me if I don't stand up. The Marshal's henchman broke my knees as soon as I arrived. It's good to meet you, face to face. I wish it was under better circumstances. One of them. The people of Vvardenfell see the judge as one immortal guardian, but in truth, many warriors have taken up the cowl. I was just the most recent. These knees, though. I fear my heroics are at an end. It's time to pass on the mantle. To you, of course. Don't act so surprised. You've proven to be a capable warrior, and a friend to the downtrodden and oppressed. Vvardenfell needs a Scarlet Judge. I can think of no one worthier. Unfortunately, my regalia is no longer here. Warden Libo, the prisoner's overseer, took it as a trophy. While they were interrogating me, I heard him mention a hunting trip to Lake Canabia. Find Libo and you'll find the judge's regalia. Once you don the cowl, seek out Constable Gretka. A doughty and heroic escape. Usually I'd jump at the opportunity, but no, friend. Dragging a cripple out of here only increases the chance you'll be captured. Your mission is too important. So long as I'm here, Alaren's guard remains down. There will be more torture, no doubt. I'm not so foolish as to think I can keep silent forever. But I'm certain I can hold out until you retrieve my regalia and deal with Alaren. I will survive. You focus on finishing this fight. I am not. To the people of Vvardenfell, the Scarlet Judge is legendary, supernatural. He can appear anywhere at any time, or even many places at once. They think it wizardry. Of course, the truth is far simpler. Exactly. We're a small and diffuse group. When age or injury prove too much for us, we pass on the mantle. The legendary Avona Ulis mentored me. She protected the people of Morrowind for over 40 years. We battled together for 12. Sadly, she passed on years ago. A poisoned blade. It was a very dark time. But as she lay there dying, she charged me with protecting the helpless, just as I charge you now. The Scarlet Judge fights on.
This one keeps your sleekest possessions safe and sound.
Not you too. This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Talenra, but my wife insists we try a real age.
Seems I hunt bigger game today.
Not you too? This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Talenra, but my wife insists we try a real mage.
Now there's a sight for sore eyes. The Scarlet Judge returns. You wear it well. Better than Melar, even. But don't tell him I said that. Shaw's bones, he's a stubborn one. Well, let's make sure he doesn't suffer in vain, hey? Hlaren's gotten sloppy since Melar's capture. A combination of paranoia and misguided relief, I guess. She's making mistakes. Now's the time to act. I did some snooping of my own while you were gone. According to Constable Kren, Hlaren ordered Inania's egg mine sealed today. Bet you a pint that Hlaren's meeting with her plantation allies in that mine. She's probably carrying your evidence, too. The front gates are barred from the inside, but there's an old service door near the back. It just so happens Dradini had a spare key to sell. Sneak in the back of the mine and recover that evidence. I'll meet you out front, ready to arrest Hlaren.
What?
delays are unacceptable. How could you be so clumsy?
With respect, I wasn't the one who left an incriminating note on my dresser, Relossi.
This bickering accomplishes nothing. The Scarlet Judge is in prison, yes? The issue is well in hand.
You are mistaken. One of my informants saw the judge prowling the streets just this morning.
Molly's jawbone. You said you captured him. You said you broke his legs. He's not a vampire. Stop sniveling.
What the?
No, you won't put me in prison. You'll never take me alive.
We caught these three trying to slip away. Should have seen their faces. It's a big risk arresting Suran's most powerful landowners. I'm hoping you've got the evidence to make it worthwhile. Where's Marshal Hlaalu? Resisted, eh? I had a feeling it might go that way. Hlaalu was happy to send other people to prison, but going herself, that rattled her knees. It's a shame she won't live to see the inside of a cell, but these three will, for at least a while. With Hlaalu dead, command falls to the senior officer. For now, that's, well, that's me. I'll send constables out to the plantations to liberate the slaves. In the meantime, I've got to take this evidence to House Hlaalu. Oh, Melar. Well, I took a hard look at the evidence. Far as I can tell, this was just one big misunderstanding. Kren and I released him just before we set out. You'll find him in town nursing his wounds, no doubt. You should speak with him.
Watch your step.
It's good to see you again, my friend. Forgive me for not rising to greet you. It is a beautiful day in Suran, and I believe I'll sit for a bit longer. A few months, perhaps? I jest, of course. Today's victory was worth a few broken bones. Yes, but I do so knowing that the legacy of the Scarlet Judge is in good hands. We Dark Elves are beset on all sides by greed and scheming malice. I fought it all my life, but now it falls to you. Keep up the work, and be the hero Vvardenfell needs. Ah, look there. The fruits of your labor.
Stay in line and keep those mouths shut, Switz, or I'll throw you in prison without your clothes.
It's good to see you alive, my friend. Oh, very good.
Indeed. Forgive me.
Don't take this as an excuse. You're walking again, or else.
I hope to be done here soon.
You too? This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Talenra, but my wife insists we try a real mage.